We acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land and their care of it for thousands of years. Open to the Spirit who has ever been present here, we resolve to appreciate its beauty, to be wise stewards of its resources, and to honour the connection that the traditional custodians, the commemoration from the Ugamba Nation, have with this land. Could you please bow your head for the school prayer? Almighty God, from whom comes every good and perfect gift, send down your blessing and pray upon the school. Teach us to live together in love and joy and peace. In our work, give us the spirit of understanding and perseverance. In our pains, choose worship. In our prayers, encourage joy to you. Let the spirit of devotion and loyalty guide us all and hold us together, so that we may labor not only for our own advantage, but also for the movement. Who even loved us and gave himself for us. Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Good afternoon, teachers and girls. I hope the week hasn't been too stressful for you and that you've all had a nice weekend. If you haven't already seen the emails of the chocolate basket being carried around, the Non Nobis Solum Committee is selling chocolates and lollipops for Valentine's Day to raise money for Same Sky. Same Sky is a foundation started by philanthropist Francine LeBrack and is set up to provide women who are in the Rwandan genocide with a new outlook on life. For those of you who are unaware, the Rwandan genocide happened in April of 1994 and was the mass killings of nearly 1 million people. During this time period, nearly 250,000 women were sexually assaulted and were exposed to violence. The charity Same Sky has been helping these women to rebuild their lives ever since. So if any of you are interested in helping out this great cause, the big chocolate hearts are being sold for $2.50, the little hearts for 50 cents, and lollipops for $1. We'll be selling these all week, so don't miss out. Another notice for this week is the Meals on Wheels Easter egg drive. I know you might be thinking that Easter is a long time away, but the eggs are on the store shelves, so we need to get in quick. For the last few years, our school has run a campaign where for every egg that we sell, an egg of equal size will be donated to the people at Meals on Wheels. This year, to make fundraising a bit more exciting, we are holding an Easter egg raffle. But we need your help. If you know that your family has Easter eggs lying around or would want to contribute to this initiative, please feel free to donate. Donations for this raffle of any kind would be greatly appreciated, whether it's chocolate or money or just assistance in organising the raffle. Donations can be dropped to the Senior School Centre, and if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact Ms Wood, myself, or the other Non Nobis Solum prefects. Today we will be hearing from Ashley Knox with her policy speech. We will have the presentation of the Student Council badges from Mr Crow. The Cultural Arts captains will be talking about interhouse musicals, and we will have promotions about Swimming Carnival and hearing from Kate about sportswomen appreciation. I'll hand over to Mr Crowley now.
Well, welcome to Assembly. I thought we'd start by letting you know about a tremendous achievement of Ellie Dongro. And Ellie, if you want to come up and join in with this. Ellie has recently been awarded a fantastic prize that I think deserves everyone knowing about. And Ellie, the prize is fairly spectacular. Do you want to tell people what you've won?
Okay, so it is basically a 2-week trip to Gallipoli in the Western Front in the start of term 2.
So what did you do to win this prize?
So to win the prize, the criteria was to make a 2 to 5 minute video based around the Anzac tradition and how it shaped our nation, or how future generations will remember the Anzacs.
So how many will be going on this trip?
There's 70 students and 10 chaperones.
So how long will you be spending at Gallipoli, do you know?
I think it's just a few days.
2 microphones would have been better, wouldn't it? The film that you made, where did you get the inspiration for the ideas for the film?
So a lot of the inspiration came from reading things on the Australian War Memorial website and different things to do with Anzac Day and what it represents.
Did you talk with anyone in the creation of this film, or did you do it all by yourself?
I talked a lot to my parents and my grandparents because my great-grandpa was involved in the war, and so they have a lot of memories of how, he came back and how it affected him. And
now, my understanding is you have 2 soldiers that you now research. Is one of those connected to you in some way? I have a feeling it is.
Yes, so it's my great-grandpa who served during World War II, and he went to Papua New Guinea.
Was there? I heard there was some story related to his age, that he may have fibbed about his age. Is that right? That's the other soldier, is it? Ah, right. So what's the story there? What do you know about that?
So my other soldier that I'm researching, he was quite young, and so when he died, his mother said he was 17, or about 17, but the official records state that he was 19.
Ellie, congratulations. We're going to show the film that you produced now. When you look at this film, you'll see at the very beginning of the
Anzac tradition.
You'll see at the very beginning of the film, there's the picture of the Australian troops at Gallipoli sitting on one of the pyramids. This is an extremely famous photo that you'll also find in our school library. It's on one of the walls in the side room. And it's a photo that's worth a good stare at, because one of the soldiers in there has died and his friends didn't want him to miss out on the photo, so they brought him along the next day and propped him up. It's also got some other fantastic features, but I won't go into that now. Let's watch the film that Ellie made and won the prize. Well done, Ellie.
The Anzac tradition, one that embodies the characteristics of courage, endurance, mateship and sacrifice, was born on the 25th of April 1915, when thousands of young men, some school-aged boys who showed a maturity and selflessness beyond their meagre years in putting their country before themselves, stormed the beaches of Gallipoli. This landing, a strategic disaster by military standards, is when many recognised that Australia, a young nation, came of age. In the face of severe adversity, the young soldiers fought with dignity and courage, resulting in an enduring legacy, one that largely influenced our developing nation as well as the way in which it was viewed by outside regions. The sacrifice and tremendous selflessness of those men who gave their lives as a part of the fight for freedom is still acknowledged and respected to this day. The Anzac spirit is personified by all, from the soldiers who partook in the Gallipoli landing in World War I almost 100 years ago, to soldiers who most recently served in Afghanistan, working to create a safer environment. These men, as well as women, exemplify dedication, perseverance, and determination, possessing great courage and integrity. The Anzac spirit seemingly symbolises these characteristics, the spirit of looking after one another through thick and thin, even when the chips are down. Throughout history, the Australian Army has suffered approximately 102,784 fatalities, as well as many more casualties. Anzac Day, perhaps the most important national occasion, honours each and every individual who gave the ultimate sacrifice and those who returned from service, in addition to recognising the deeper significance of the Anzac spirit, which lives on through each generation of Australian. My great-grandfather was a soldier in World War II. Unfortunately, he passed away before I was born. However, my grandmother has spoken of his greatest wish being that the hideous events of war would never again happen. She has spoken of my great-grandfather, ensuring that as his great-granddaughter, I am aware of his participation in World War II as an engineer in Papua New Guinea. This, along with the sharing of photos, medals, and stories, emphasises the importance of remembrance of all past servicemen and women, as well as the acknowledgement of the current serving members of the Australian Army. The significance of each soldier, past or present, resonates within each Australian when commemorating the landing of Gallipoli, the strategically devastating event which represented the coming of age of Australia. In a population of just 4 million, Australia saw 416,809 young adults enlist for service in the First World War, representing 38.7% of the total male population aged 18 to 44, thus highlighting the weight of the sacrifice of our serving soldiers. This provides a strong emphasis as to the importance of recognising, in addition to honouring, our soldiers, as seen in the past, therefore stressing the significance of continuing to venerate servicemen and women, all of whom possess the Anzac spirit in abundance in the future years to come. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Very well deserved applause, Ellie. Congratulations. We certainly look forward to hearing on your return what the experience was like. Week 3 of a term is always an interesting stage because there's the time of the term when things are starting to require a bit of genuine and sincere work. The work has arrived, the homework is here, the assessment tasks are underway, and it's time to really start to put in. I was reading recently about little advice columns, and one of the things that's caught my eye recently is the very large number of articles that seem to have 5 hints on doing everything in life really, or 10 or 20 or 30 hints. In fact, there was 21 hints on travelling with your children, which seemed to me to be not very useful. But I did come across one here, which was 9 hints for the person who never wants to clean their home. And listen to some of the ideas. They put away their clothes every night. They don't own extras. They keep a paper trail to a minimum. They wipe down every surface after use. They don't have beds piled high with too much stuff. They put their shoes and coats away. They never let dishes pile up, and they put things back where they came from. And they dust and vacuum on a regular basis. Now, it strikes me that these sorts of handy hints lists are marginally useful for life. We can create a handy hints list and we can get up every day, but the trouble is, I suspect to get up every day and think, I wonder which one of those things on the list I should be doing. It's hard to remember and it's fairly boring, and I don't think that's the way we organise our lives. At the same time, I think we need, as we attack a new school year, and we're really in the beginning stages, we need to start this year with something deep inside us where we set out to achieve something. I think every one of you, I would hope, has set out this year, not so much with a list of habits, I'm going to keep my pens in my pencil case tidy, or I'm going to throw out the notes that don't work. I hope that your ambitions for yourself are a whole lot more interesting than that. But to get across the importance of having something interesting to aim for in life, I'm going to show you actually something that I've wanted to show for a while now. It's really a Christmas video, but we always break at the end of the year in November, and it's a bit early to show you a Christmas video then. And well, I mean, if I go on with this logic, there'll never be a time to show you this Christmas video. And it makes a really good point in parts. So I'm going to show you the Christmas video now. And you're going to, well, enjoy it, I guess. But see what you make of this Christmas moment. It's a little tip.
'Twas a night before Christmas, and all across the land, the good folks of WestJet had a miracle planned. On the eve before flying, the guests were in their beds. Visions of traveling danced in their heads. While out on the runway, something secret had arrived. It was left in the lounge. 'Twas a Christmas surprise.
Is that Cohen? What are you looking for Christmas this year, Cohen? A choo-choo train? Ho, ho, ho! A classic! Do you like Thomas?
Yeah,
What would Mommy and Daddy like for Christmas?
Big TV.
yeah, big TV.
Ho, ho, ho! A big TV! You're looking fabulous!
Well, I need to.
It's okay if you just want to stare at me as well. Ho, ho, ho!
What I need is new socks and underwear.
An Android tablet.
Is that William beside you? And Cameron?
Some Santa boots.
Stocking stuff installed.
While the guests told their Christmas wishes to good old St. Nick, WestJetters took notes and got ready to shop quick. It was a great rush with the 2 flights in the air to get all those presents. Not a moment to spare.
Sleigh bells ringing, there's children singing tonight. Lights are bright, I know it's a beautiful sight. Snowflakes falling the world, it's snowy and white. Santa's coming to town, and he's coming tonight.
Okay, Thomas, let's get it.
Christmas cheer and celebrations all across the line. This time of year of expectations, waiting for the man.
Thanks for flying with us at WestJet. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your flight.
Happy faces were all so merry and bright. Santa's coming to town, he's coming tonight.
But was everything ready? We all had to wait for the moment of truth at Carousel 8. Guests never expected what they'd asked of St. Nick would actually appear. It was all quite a trick. A WestJetter would say it was more than mere fun. Miracles do happen when we all work as one. We'll give Santa the last word on this most special night.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good flight.
Now, the one that I think is the most interesting of all of those is that chap that stood there and said, when asked what he wanted, he said socks and underwear. And I think I just want to reflect on that poor chap for a moment. There he is. He's asked, what does he want? And that's the extent of his vision. And we shouldn't be too surprised that he achieved his goal. He got it. And I'm sure in the subsequent months he wondered if only he had dreamt a little bit more. Whereas the person who let his imagination go, he got his big screen television on, he's a happy chappy. And here we are, at the start of a school year. Every one of us confronted with our options in life, every single one of us. And I guess if you have started this school year and you're thinking of, what am I going to dream of? Not getting much red pen on my assignments as they're sent back. I guess that's not much of a dream. I would hope that every one of you has the confidence and the self-assuredness to dream a little bit bigger. Think of something that's worthwhile and go for it. Dream more than the socks and underwear and start to contemplate what really could be. And then, as you think about the way you approach this school year, just go and make it happen. And I didn't want to wait till Christmas. So you have a great week. Ashley.
Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm going to just give you some actions to do. And just do the first thing that comes to mind. Show me what it looks like to run like a girl.
My hair. Oh, God.
Show me what it looks like to fight like a girl. Now throw like a girl.
Aww. My name is Dakota, and I'm 10 years old.
Show me what it looks like to run like a girl. Throw like a girl. Fight like a girl. What does it mean to you when I say run like a girl?
It means run fast as you can.
So do you think you just insulted your sister?
No. I mean, yeah, insulted girls, but not my sister.
Is like a girl a good thing?
Actually, I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. It sounds like a bad thing. It sounds like you're trying to humiliate someone.
Good afternoon, staff and students of St. Hilda's School. As young women of the technological world, it has become increasingly easier to bow to gender stereotypes that often don't define who we are. Through the media, we have been brainwashed into a subliminal acceptance of female incompetence, often dismissing it as humorous or entertaining. As a result of magazines such as Vogue and Cosmopolitan, the female appearance is often discussed more frequently than our ability. Consequently, teaching young adults like those captured in the video that acting like a girl is borderline pathetic. Ladies, we are misrepresented and underestimated. We are not weaklings with poor throwing skills and little backbone. We are young women of the world filled with the potential to achieve greatness. So it's only fitting that this year, the year of light, we say no to the generalizations and false assumptions, and let our individual lights burn brightly for all to see. In Romans chapter 12, verse 2, we are encouraged to steer away from the confines of our accepted normality and dare to be different in the name of God. As it states, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discover what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. I know exactly how challenging stepping out of your comfort zone can be. As a new student, I remember questioning whether I would be accepted, loved, or judged. As an insecure, sweaty-palmed new kid, these thoughts, accompanied with the fear of failure, certainly restricted the real, authentic Aisling from fully surfacing. However, I quickly realised that the fear of failure is far more destructive than the failure itself. What you must understand is that failing is okay, it really is. But holding yourself back because the idea of failing scares or deters you from your dreams is not. Take Walt Disney, for example. Before his big break, Disney was fired by a newspaper editor because, believe it or not, he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Unemployed, yet still inspired, Disney started a number of companies that, sadly, didn't last too long and ended with bankruptcy and failure. Despite these slightly major setbacks, Disney now rakes in billions from merchandise companies and theme parks around the world. Did he allow his failures to silence his dreams and aspirations? No. Had he let them rattle him, the movies we have grown up with and come to love would be non-existent. You are better than your worries, your insecurities, and your flaws. Don't dwell on them, try not to acknowledge them, and charge ahead knowing that even if you fail, you have the drive, ambition, and support to get back up and continue back down your desired path. This year in chapel, our aim is for all not only to reach, but to recognise their full potential and worth. Devastatingly, only 2% of women think they are beautiful. 2%. And in recent studies, it was found that men overestimate their abilities and performance, while women underestimate both. Their performances do not differ in quality. So can someone please explain to me why this is? Because as I look before me, I see a sea of beautiful, talented, capable women. It saddens me knowing that you don't see in yourself what I and everyone else around you can see. I know it's hard, particularly so on the bad hair days and early mornings, to see the good in yourself. But believe me, you were beautiful before that boy told you you were. You were smart before someone pointed it out. You were funny before the punchline, and you will continue to be loved long after you think you are not. Blessed with opportunities and a squad of sisters for a little bit of loving and support, the world is literally your oyster, as cliche as that is. And you have a choice to live it as you choose. So don't hold back. Don't be too quick to judge, and don't allow others' judgments to rattle you. Because truth is, everyone has an opinion. And the second you become okay with that and learn not to care is the exact moment you free yourself from a life of worry, regret, and possible unhappiness. So do your thing. Do it unapologetically. Don't be discouraged by criticism. You probably already know what they're going to say. Pay no mind to the fear of failure. It's far more valuable than success. Take ownership, take chances, and have fun. And no matter what, don't ever stop doing your thing. By doing exactly that, we will prove to the world that we are so much more than the uncoordinated, unassured, senseless girls the media so often portrays us as. In addition to the girl stigma, media often depicts teenagers and young people in a negative light, convinced that as a generation of adolescents, we are incapable of maintaining Christian morals and ethics in our everyday lives. Yet Christian values are the basis of our lives here at St. Hilda's. Regardless if we are religious as individuals or not, we still aim to apply ourselves to the core teachings of the Bible. We endeavour to promote the necessity of values such as love, compassion, forgiveness, hope, and grace, through a broad acknowledgement of their aid in shaping who we are now and for future's sake. So someone please tell me now if I'm disillusioned, but often the media has no idea what it's on about. For we as St. Hilda's girls, as women of the world, have so much more to offer than odd running techniques and uncontrollable, unethical lifestyles. Thus this year, the chapel committee and I would like to push the idea that you are not what others label you. You can do so much more than they think, and you can go anywhere you choose. So ladies, here's to a year of self-discovery and sisterhood. Thank you.
What a fantastic speech. Good afternoon, staff and students. The Student Council is made up of a group of students from both the middle and senior schools. Student Council meets once a fortnight to discuss ideas brought up by you, their year groups. The girls I'm about to call to the stage welcome any suggestions you have to make our school an even better place to come to each day. I would now like to call the Student Council members to the stage and Mr. Crowley to present them with their badges. In Year 7, Mia Barakat. Alexandra Rutherford. In Year 8, Sarah Lettingham. And Candace Simpson. In Year 9, Victoria Capp. Isabel Crowther. In Year 10, Eva Devantia. In Semsia, Sienna Gardner, also Lukey Smith. In Year 11, Lucy Coleman. Tess Field. And Isla Stanich. And finally in Year 12, Georgia Frizzell, Ashley Knox, and Tegan Lerm. Could you please put your hands together for the Student Council of 2015.
Good afternoon, girls. My name's Magenta and I'm your Cultural Arts Prefect this year. On the Cultural Arts spectrum this year, we have a huge event coming up. House musicals. The house musicals will be a lot of fun, so remember to either sign up or buy your tickets for the opening night, where Banksia, Melaleuca and Karaguru will be facing off in the...
Do you know why I, Elphaba, am a fan of Banksia? Because they're going to be wicked, like me. Their musical is about a city with no sunlight, only electricity, meaning no greenery, which is crazy! So then, and this is my favourite part, a group of rebels shut down their power. Do you know what that means? They're gonna try defying authority. They start a conflict in the city, the likes of which they've never seen before. The other houses are sure to be green with envy.
Well, I, Elphaba,
likes and star in a Broadway musical. She meets some rather cold people on her way, but with her determination and drive, she keeps going. So we are totally going to win this. Again.
Not this time.
Let it go.
Thank you. Obviously Mel Luke is going to win.
Who let Annie in here? How'd she even get out of the orphanage?
I've grown up a bit. I do what all the cool kids do. Belly arch. Anyway, Mel Luke's musical follows the tragic tale of Sam, who has just died. He is led on a journey through his life by an angel and a devil to decide whether he's worthy to go into the light of heaven or the darkness of hell. So let's go on this hard knock. That was funny. Beat down as we sing our way to first place.
To see who the winner really is, bring yourself and all of your friends to House Musicals on the 28th of February at the Arts Centre.
Thank goodness they're gone. Tickets will be on sale soon from the Arts Centre website, so snatch them up while you still can. Thank you.
Hi girls. I'm Rotsa, your swimming captain, along with Grace Branch. We have had a great start to the pre-season with high attendance at all trainings. On Friday afternoon, we had our first lead-up meet for the year up in Brisbane. All the girls swam very well and it was a fun night with lots of cheering and great times. We would like to see this high attendance continue, especially on compulsory Wednesday trainings as we get closer to the QG event. Please keep an eye out for information on spectating the QG event, as we would love to see as many girls cheering on the swimmers as possible. Also, tomorrow morning, it's Wednesday, it's onesie Wednesday, so everyone wear your onesie to swimming. Thank you.
Good afternoon, girls. My name is Maddie Smith and this is Alex Jones, and we're your 2015 rowing captains. As you all know, the swimming carnival is on Thursday. The rowing support group will be putting on a food stand for you all.
You will be able to purchase a sausage and bread along with lollies and baked goods. So don't forget to bring your money on Thursday and support the rowers and their parents who have all baked for you. Let the best house win.
Good afternoon, ladies. Firstly, I would like to extend a massive congratulations to all those who went off to the QG softball. There were some great results with both Opens and Senior B's teams winning both their games. Can all you girls stand, please? All the girls who went off to softball. Excellent. The Senior A team and the Senior C team, although have no experienced players except one, showed massive effort and are showing loads of potential. This year, we are really focused on driving St Hilda's sport to a new level of spirit, participation and involvement. This is our time. So with that, I've decided to introduce Sportswomen Appreciation Shoutouts. This prize is an opportunity to recognise and shout out students contributing to sports, both within and out of the school community. These awards may be presented at any time, so keep your efforts up, they certainly do not go unnoticed. My first appreciation goes to a young woman who demonstrates the qualities of a great athlete. She's extremely dedicated to her swimming training and is focusing on herself to improve herself. She's always the first one in the pool and motivating the other girls to match her efforts. This prize goes to Sakura from year 8. 9, sorry. Can you please come up and claim your prize? But wait, there's more. My second appreciation goes to a student in Year 7 who has become a fine example of how hard work pays off. At the end of last year, she competed at the Queensland State Long Course Championships and achieved in the 13-year age group, second in the 100 backstroke,
third in the 200 backstroke and was also a finalist in the 200 freestyle. Let's put our hands together for Savannah. Good job, girl. Is Savannah here? Come up! I've got a prize for you. That's all from me today, ladies. Please don't forget to follow STH_sport on Insta. Rumour has it we started to follow back our followers.